like his career is never, you know what I mean? Well, big part of his career is this outward facing. I'm a mogul that's very good for promotion and an ambassador for the brand. Yeah, that probably is done if you want to say that's his career. But he hasn't had much of a music career of recent times. Bad Boy Records hasn't been that crazy of recent times. I think the reality behind it, like, who's still signed a Bad Boy? Wasn't Friends signed for a little while? Then MGK, I don't even think both of them are still signed. Here's the point. Diddy is like Birdman. Like, they made their money off of dominating the music industry for years past, and their catalogs of their artists that they owned will forever live on into eternity. And that's why we are here now. So, you know what I mean? I don't think necessarily Diddy needs to be like forward facing as much, but I'll see how that probably hits his ego and also how he pivots. Cause I think he's watched 50 kind of pivot to film. Jay is clearly like, I don't even know what the fuck Jay-Z be doing these days, but we all see Jay with Rock Nation and all those type of things. I think his thing was liquor. And since he can't be that guy who's like that selfless promoter, I'm wondering what he's gonna do. But I don't think the fact of saying his career is over, given the fact that we can't even identify everything he did. You know what I mean? Other than do some Ciroc shit. I don't know. Okay. All right. Everybody's saying fuck Diddy. Well, you do know what they're trying to say, right? They're actually trying to say the reason why we're getting all these cancellations of, like, we haven't seen they ain't canceled a brunch during Corona, but they canceling it now. You know what they're really trying to say, right?
Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way.
Yo, Jaguar White be saying some shit like, sometimes I'll be like, yo. And then sometimes I'm like,
As punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. Let's just say allegedly that happened.
That's so crazy.
Now, I want you to think about 106th and Park with Mary J. Blige. Free, who is a victim of Sean Carter.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, who is a victim of Sean Combs, are sitting there talking about the death of Aaliyah amongst each other. Think about that. You got a Diddy victim, you got a Jay-Z victim, and you got a superstar gone.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, this backdrop music is so crazy.
They know what happened. And yet, they had to sit there and have that conversation like they didn't know who did it. Allegedly. I want you to...
Okay.
Have you ever been to a P. Diddy party?
Yeah, several, many, honestly.
And so, can you take us through, like, what goes on, like, when you were there?
Money
Right.
and sex.
Were you surprised that there were so many cameras in his houses?
No!
So let me ask you, when you hear that Cassie was told to hire male escorts to come in what they call freak-offs now,
Yeah.
is that something normal that happens in Hollywood?
Yeah.
Freak-offs.
Hey, everybody know that. I've been saying it.
Yeah, so why does Puffy, why now? Why?
Because he's the acceptable monster at this time. Like R. Kelly was the last time I...
All right, hold on. I ain't gonna lie. She kind of making this sound like a fucking movie. I gotta go watch this shit. Jaguar Wright, Diddy. What the fuck she been saying? Let's see if I can watch this. Is she kind of like I'm not trying to disrespect her either. Like, is she kind of crazy, or is she kind of like spitting facts constantly?
So what are your thoughts on the show of force, even not knowing?
They did their job. He's a sex worker. He's got guns, and he's got semen-coated VHS tapes.
Semen coated video.
And it's been a crazy year. But the reason why even right now, your old interview that you did last year is trending even crazier because you're almost like, not Nostradamus, but Nostradamus. What you have said, not only in our interview, but on your own personal lives.
Yeah. Which gets shadowed constantly.
Yeah, things start coming to fruition to where you targeted certain people in that interview. And now you're seeing, I don't want to even say downfall, but you're seeing that target that you put on people's backs.
I'm seeing integrity show up.
Wow.
You know, the day of the raid, I got a lot of notifications. I got a lot of ads. I got a lot of mentions. I got a lot of phone calls.
When you said the day of the raid, you're talking about the raid on both Miami and California.
And New York simultaneously.
Wait, New York was?
Yeah, the New York house was raided as well.
Oh, wow. That didn't even, they didn't even really.
3 states.
Yeah, it was.
Working in tandem. And
the New York place that they didn't really report on because there was no paparazzi outside apparently was it was a, from what I'm hearing, it wasn't a house. It's like an apartment or like a condo or something like that. So they didn't have to do the whole kick in the door. They basically just go to the doorman and be like, yo, here's a fucking warrant. We're getting up in there. They probably have a key to the place. They just let the cops in there. But there wasn't paparazzi around for that.
They did not tell the officers who they were raiding. They went in tactical as they were instructed to. They didn't know they was raiding Diddy's house. The higher-ups didn't tell anybody because they knew, with Diddy being a Fed informant, that he had people in the force and they wanted to make sure that went through legit. So they ain't tell nobody whose houses they was going to.
And that's why you see the guns.
The cops didn't know that it was Diddy's house over there in Beverly Hills around the corner from the Playboy Mansion. They didn't know until they seen the kids.
So what are your thoughts on the show of force, even not knowing?
They did their job. He's a sex worker. He's got guns and he's got semen-coated fucking VHS tapes.
Yo, that's crazy.
I would have went in a hazmat suit.
So let me ask you this. When you first told us about your thoughts and you honeycomb.
Yo, by the way, chat, guess what just got, they just did on Twitter? Diddy's last tweet where he tweets out enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I've sat silently, watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I'll fight for my name, my family, and for the truth. They've added a community note saying CNN has released surveillance footage from the hotel where, by the way, where is spelled wrong, where Sean Diddy Combs is throwing and kicking Cassie Ventura. Damn, they community noted this nigga, bro.
Is what you?
Yeah, the honeycomb. Shout out to Jamil Peterson. He's added a new one. He called him the Diddy Glover now. Because when he ain't got the Beijing and he say he look like Danny Glover.
Oh, man.
So he's AKA Diddy Glover now. Shout out to Jamil Peterson. I am comedy.
So I want to stay right here. We're going to stay within this pocket, but I'm just curious. What did you know that was going on in the world of Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, that the world didn't know? What did you know back then, 3-4 years ago?
Was gonna come forward.
So what did you? How do you know? What did you know about what Cat? Because
I wish I could explain.
Yeah.
But if I explain how I knew Cassie was gonna come forward, that could hurt some people. Which is why the last time I sat on this blue couch, I said what I said. Congratulations, young Miami. Run as fast as Cassie did.
You did say that. That was a bar.
You said it.
Did you see something being around Cassie? Did you see anything being around?
I don't spend time around Cassie, and I haven't seen Cassie in person since she was with Ryan Leslie.
Was there something in her eyes that you saw? The way, like now
I'll
that
put it to you this way: there are mutual acquaintances between her and I, and that's as far as I can go.
Okay.
I don't talk to her, but I speak to her.
Did you get a chance to see her indictment? What she claimed happened?
Oh no, I reviewed all the files, and everything that she said is everything that I said with Storm Monroe 3.5 years ago. Exactly what I said it was.
Were you surprised about anything that came in?
No.
Wow. So
nobody else should have been either. Young Jock. You Diddy doo-wop bop. Cute. Because you told the truth, Jock. And then after Diddy called you, you went back and tried to clean it up. But your all about is off the Stevie J's. You Diddy do our bop business.
Do you feel like that's the reason why this beef, that Stevie J stands where he stands between the beef with 50 Cent and Diddy?
I don't know where Stevie J stands. I only know Stevie J sitting on a drum set or fuck. I don't know where he stand.
Man.
I know what he stand up in. And I know what done stood up in him. Take that.
So wait, so when you heard...
I can't stand these. Like, for real. Like, I'm just...
When you were there.
What did I say when y'all asked me about why was the TD Jakes at the Diddy party?
Yeah.
What'd I say? Money and sex.
That's correct. Were you surprised that there were so many cameras in his houses?
No.
That he's recording these...
He is the J. Edgar Hoover of hip-hop.
Okay.
Y'all done seen him put on the pyramid with a skirt?
So let me ask you, when you hear that Cassie was told to hire male escorts to come in what they call freak-offs now,
Yeah.
is that something normal that happens in Hollywood?
Yeah.
Freak-offs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody know that. I've been saying it.
Yeah.
How many times I got these is wild.
So do you feel like people, when they hear pink cocaine, Young Miami has to bring across? That's,
Wait, the Tusi.
Yeah, the Tusi. That's what they call.
I found out. I talked to my drug guy because I wanted to be informed. Because people was calling it Tusi, that's calling it the Tunchi. I didn't know which one it was, so I talked to my drug guy, and my drug guy filled me in, and then it made perfect sense. Tusi.
Talk to him.
Drugs with Jaguar.
Let's talk.
Drugs education.
101.
So Tusi is the cocaine, but they take the ketamine and cook it up. And they fold it into the coke. Now, if you don't know what ketamine is what they call on the street Special K. It's a veterinary drug. It's a horse tranquilizer. Now, gay men have been using this for years. See, back in the day, if you went to a gay party or a gay rave, there were certain drugs that you would always find on hand. Viagra, ecstasy, Special K, and cocaine. Now, see, the cocaine keep you up all night, but unfortunately, it gives you limp noodle because it's what the blood flow is. So who wants to fuck with a half-hard dick all night? So that's why you have the Viagra, to make sure that the dick involuntarily stays hard while you're numbing your fucking self with the coke. Now, see, the ketamine, that's a horse tranquilizer. So that relaxes all your muscles. You could get fucked by 80 fucking ton gorillas. You wouldn't feel a thing. So now, your dick is gonna stay hard. You numbed up and you high. You got the ketamine in you so you don't feel shit. And then you add the ecstasy to put in the feeling that you've now blocked out. And now you got a party.
Freak off cocktail.
Yeah. So now.
There's a freak off cocktail? I ain't gonna lie, she kind of broke it down kind of lit, though. Except, she said this for gay nigga parties, though. So I guess, like, gay niggas, they gotta take the ketamine shit to relax their booty hole, that they could take a hard dick.
And what they call freak-offs.
With Jaguar. Veterinary drug, it's a horse tranquilizer. Now, gay men have been using this for years. See, back in the day, if you went to a gay party or a gay rave, there were certain drugs that you would always find on hand. Viagra, ecstasy, Special K, and cocaine. Now, see, the cocaine keep you up all night, but
anybody that know about these drugs could verify if this is true?
Fortunately, it gives you limp noodle because of what the blood flow is. So who wants to fuck with a half-hard dick all night? So that's why you have the Viagra, to make sure that the dick involuntarily stays hard while you're numbing your fucking self with the coke. Now, see, the ketamine, that's a horse tranquilizer. So that relaxes all your muscles. You could get fucked by 80 fucking ton gorillas. You wouldn't feel a thing. So now, your dick is gonna stay hard. You numbed up and you high. You got the ketamine in you so you don't feel shit. And then you add the ecstasy to put in the feeling that you've now blocked out. And now you got a party.
Freak off cocktail.
Yeah. So now, the Tusi, they done skipped. They done skipped all the steps. They condensed it.
Wow.
So you got the cocaine in there, and then you got the ketamine in there, and they say that some of the dealers add the ecstasy in there. Now, the Viagra, you still got to take that solo. But with the Tootsie, you got all of that. The gay cocktail.
Oh.
Off cocktail in the one thing. And the reason why it's pink is because they put the food coloring in it. They think, he said he think they got it from the Breaking Bad. You remember how they was making the mouth, and they made it a special color, so they done that with the Tootsie.
Wow.
It's the food coloring.
You think that...
As if you need more. When did high not get high enough? Like, I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, to the point where you have to fly across, like, I need that here tonight. Can you get that here? Like, no...
I need that here. You got 3 drugs. Powerful drugs. And food coloring.
Shit. Okay.
Nah,
Okay.
You are numb.
Shit irritating.
You are wired. You pop that Viagra. You a f***ing machine. You anything. You a brick wall wouldn't even feel it.
I'm sure there's footage of that. There's footage of that.
Like, real rap. Like, that right there is like, that's like, you know, cut me over right now, man. I ain't even gonna bleed. Like, it's wild. Like, this Tootsie shit. Now I see how Young Miami can take all that pressure. She on the Tootsie. They be thinking these is over here, like, killing the game. They don't feel nothing. That's why they do it. Okay?
With Diddy settling within 24 hours, which has never been heard of, 30 million, or the lawsuit was there, undisclosed amount. But
He knew for 30 days that shit was fitting to happen.
within
He
24
could have paid that $30 million before.
Yeah, why? Let that hit the fan. Did he?
Because he's Diddy.
He called a bluff?
Because, yeah.
People, he's have enough money to
He
check.
put the boots to that girl. She's supposed to be a good bitch. No matter who she with. All the time he putting the groom in her. Of course he thought it was still gonna work. He thinks he's God.
All right.
He ain't doing shit. I raped the fuck out of that bitch, put the boots to her last time I seen her. Her and her trainer, boyfriend, husband. I don't get no.
So you hear about stories of Diddy like shooting people,
Yeah.
blowing up cars.
Yeah.
Is he this gangster
the
that
fuck?
behind the scenes that is that him or is that people
Shout
around
out to Wendy Williams, the first woman to uncover the homo thugs. That's what these down low bitches was called when Wendy first started talking about it in the 90s, the homo thug. She talking about Diddy.
And then what's the stuff that's happening to Wendy Williams? You think this is all connection too?
Of course. They've been waiting. He's been waiting. He was waiting for Kim. Remember? He was waiting. The casket was ready. She was literally casket ready.
Some people are saying the whole Wendy Williams documentary that she's pretty much allegedly playing this way to keep herself safe from him, from any unaliving.
It's been working for Orlando Brown. Why wouldn't it work for Wendy?
to play crazy.
Why wouldn't it work?
Hey, no. Hey.
The oosh gosh whoosh wash and
Bop.
Orlando's brilliant.
Right.
Yeah,
Y'all spent time with him.
we did.
Yeah.
He's highly intelligent.
Yes.
Imagine what it's been like to wear this character for this long.
No. I can only...
That shit he does is a character. Actually, the shit he does online is the best acting he does.
The fuck?
Is he speaking truth?
Of course he is.
Yeah, no. We seen Quiet on set.
Major pain in his ass. Literally. Since he was a kid.
Man.
And then eating milk, running the fuck around, talking about expensive pain in
no.
his ass.
Wait, this is Philly you're talking about now. Wait a minute, Jack.
Fuck me.
Wait a minute.
He's a fucking Fruit Loop. He Diddy fried.
This is Philly.
He's a deep fried period. He Diddy fried. He Diddy fried. He the Diddy do our bop. Fuck me. Real rap.
You think that audio that they put out was real?
Yeah, that was him. Fucking Nicki put that out to here. That Nicki recorded that at the Freak-Off in the Calabasas. She been waiting to drop that shit on Meek.
Oh, man.
She just wasn't gonna tell nobody it was Diddy. But now that Diddy out there, why not?
So then who's the guy who's claiming he recorded it?
Oh,
The
somebody that got
bouncer.
paid?
Yeah, he said like I was
Yeah,
standing
somebody.
outside.
Nah, this is crazy, bro. I can't tell if she's just making it up.
I'm
or...
saying, Sean Carter, you're a piece of shit. Taking Pimp C wasn't bad enough.
Nah, she going crazy.
Now, why now? Why?
Because he's the acceptable monster at this time.
Wait,
Why does it all come to a head now? Why now? Why?
Because he's the acceptable monster at this time. Like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch.
So who's next?
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up.
What? Wait,
Why
hold
is
on.
everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing shit different. He lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one.
Yeah, shout out D Haven. He actually hit us up, wanted to tell this story.
You need to talk to D. Haven.
Yeah, we need to talk to him.
I told you that last year when I put you on the phone with him.
You did.
I want you to think about this. Allegedly, Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him.
Yo, chat, this is like the dangers of going down a rabbit hole. I can't tell if I'm fully sold on what she's saying, or I'm like, she's just completely tripping out.
And so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. Let's just say allegedly that happened. Now I want you to think about 106th and Park with Mary J. Blige. Free, who is a victim of Sean Carter.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, who is a victim of Sean Combs, are sitting there talking about the death of Aaliyah amongst each other. Think about that. You got a Diddy victim, you got a Jay-Z victim, and you got a superstar gone. They know what happened. And yet, they had to sit there and have that conversation like they didn't know who did it. Mm-hmm. Think of the power of that moment. Think about Claudia Jordan right now. Claudia Jordan don't ever mention my mother name. She mentioned it yesterday. Talking about why people are afraid to come forward. You mean like you? You was Diddy girl. Corey was Jay-Z girl. Why don't you claim your friend? Claudia.
Yo. Somebody said check 50 Cent post. No way 50 posted this. No fucking way. It's just say, yo, Jay in hibernation. He ain't coming outside till this shit with Puff blow over. No brunch, no lunch, no dinner. LOL. I'm all you got. I'm outside. Yo. Nah, this is some sick shit, man. I ain't gonna lie. The person in this comment section is right. They say, I see why 50 got shot 9 times. This nigga's an antagonist. Yo, look at these lips. Yo, look. Nah, bruh.
So, Jack, when you say...
When I say Corey, I'm talking about Kathy White.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was about to ask.
Jay-Z's pregnant mistress, who died of an imaginary fucking aneurysm. Just like the woman who was best friends with Kim and Kimura, who wrote the book, Bling, and died as soon as it made the bestsellers list. Who the fuck was these people supposed to go to? You can't go to the boss because the boss is fucking you. And the boss's boss don't get no fuck. Can't go to the authorities. They're all bought and paid for. You could try to get a special prosecutor, but they'll just pay somebody to reassign him to another case. Where the fuck you go when you get f***ed over by the industry? Nowhere. Like me, step in. You right? I go to Diddy parties to walk mother out, because ain't nobody stopping me when I come.
So let me ask you, because I look at Gabriel Union, and when you mention things like Jay-Z's time is coming for him, then I look at Beyonce, and I say that women do have a
that country album, and any of you that buy that shit, stupid as shit.
You don't give
it's
it
trap music with goddamn a holster and a head.
But she remade Jolene.
That I'm gonna tell you the song she should have remade. It's a hit. It would have done great for her. She should have tried it on. Tammy Wynette. Classic. Stand by your man. Don't act like you don't know that now. Remake that. Stand by that. That's a real country hit. Jolene, nice. But it has a ring to it. Stand devil. Somebody else. Guess what? She's having a hard time finding work too. Which is interesting because she's a brilliant musician. And she was trained at the Berkeley Esteemed, who put together Beyonce's entire female band, which was Matthew Knowles' idea because he couldn't get Beyonce to stop people.
Wait, what?
Yes, Carrington, Dr. Terry Lynn Carrington, who put together Beyonce's entire female band, which was Matthew Knowles' idea because he couldn't get Beyonce to stop people. Guess you didn't know your daughter well enough because she just started f***ing all the girls. Impulse control issues? I don't know.
Okay,
I'm saying, Sean Carter, you're a piece of shit. Taking Pimp C wasn't bad enough. You just want to go down there and you want to just remove all of the balls from every real gangster in Houston. Why did that house burn up? Who the fuck goes to their childhood house for a visit and the shit goes up in flames?
That was very weird. The next day,
And
within a week?
And no, the next day.
The next day.
And still, no real investigation on how the house just went up in flames.
Man.
I guess they paid y'all off.
Hey, by the
Like
way,
they paid y'all off for that Astro World.
By the way, salute to my man Myron, former federal agent who worked with HSI. He's actually made a prediction in light of this new leak. He said, wait, hold on. What did he say? He said, I predicted Diddy will be indicted federally before the end of this year or at latest early next year. This leak was intentional prior to charges coming. Rest in peace, Bad Boy Records, 1993 to 2024. Has anybody checked up on this girl? Gina, the one that the Young Miami told that if she wanted, she could get Diddy to force her to suck her pussy. Has this girl said anything? Oh, yeah, she been trying to stay low key, staying out the way. Damn. Instagram. Let's go back to her interview. After this chat, we're going to get into some Drake shit a little bit.
It wasn't like nothing new to me because it's like now that I know Puff, I was like, he would do some shit like that to me because he's done so many fucked up things to me. But it's just like I posted a video of us loving each other. It's not like I didn't say anything. I just posted videos and pictures of us loving each other. Nothing else.
And why do you think he, I guess, seems like he was trying to fix it? Why do you think he was trying to fix it?
Fix?
Like, I guess this fix, I guess, the publicity that was surrounding the videos and pictures that you uploaded. Why would he say to you that TMZ is trying to fix, like, I guess is working on the story because obviously he's trying to fix it. Why do you think he would try to shut it down? I mean, we're under the impression he's single and being like, the best dad of the year, of the century,
I mean, he talks to other girls, so I don't know if he's telling other girls that he's single, and I don't know what he's saying to other girls. Maybe he's trying to hide that from the new girls.
Okay.
I'm not sure why it's such a big deal if he's single.
Fuck.
Photo album on his phone, and then I clicked on the photo album. he kept like pushing my buttons, and I was just like trying to like calm the situation down before it got worse. And he just kept pushing me and pushing me. And then so I left his bedroom and I went down to like the meditation room. It's kind of like a guest house, like it's like separate from his house. And he followed me there. And he like continued talking shit to me. And I just got to the point where I was just so angry that I like took a bottle of De Leon and then I like smashed it on the ground. And he was like, you bitch, you did that at my house with my kids here. Bitch, my kids is here. And then I ran out the meditation room, or yeah.
Meditation room?
Meditation room.
Okay.
And he chased after me. He pushed me to the ground outside, and he took my hair and like was dragging me across like the grass in my hair with my hair. And then after that, like a couple hours later, like it was the weekend, so we had people coming over, and he just like acted like nothing happened. So I mean, but that's all the time. Like every time.
Now, when you say acting like nothing happened, like what were his mannerisms?
Like he was just dancing and like laughing and talking to me like we just didn't just get into a physical fight.
Wow. When was the last time he put hands on you? When was the last time?
It was like in November, December of last year.
Of 2018?
Yeah. That was the last time.
And tell me about that incident.
That was the meditation room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a lot. Let's talk about the other girls. One in particular, Cassie, because he was very public with Cassie.
Mm-hmm.
And according to you guys, you actually met him when he was with Cassie.
Yeah.
So could you explain to me how this like came to be and what made you stay even though he was with Cassie? What was he telling you?
When I first met Puff, I did not find him I didn't like him like that.
Okay.
But eventually, like, he grew on me because after I met him in Miami, he invited me to All Star, which was like the week after, like Valentine's Day, around Valentine's Day.
Okay.
So I went to All Star.
Talking to the mic.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
So I went to All Star, and then after that, like, we just kept hanging out, and after only a month, he told me he loved me, and I was like, no, you don't, because I thought that I would, if anything, I thought I would be the first one to feel like that. So I didn't believe him. And then after that, I was like, maybe he does love me. So he like grew on me more and more. And he like would do all these nice things for me. And that is what kept me around.
Okay. And you knew about Cassie?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, did Cassie know about you? Is the question.
She did. She knew about me like 4 months into the relationship.
Okay. And how did you find out about that, Cassie knowing about you?
Because she reached out to me.
Oh, she did?
Mm-hmm.
What did she say? On Instagram or just
no
text?
Okay. Basically, she just said to just leave him alone.
Okay.
But she reached out to me like a few times after that, and she was never like nasty to me. She didn't call me names or nothing. She was always nice. I don't know if it was fake or not, but she was always nice.
Okay. And so what was your response?
She told me, like, the last time I spoke to her, which was like a couple years ago, she told me, she was like, she called me at like 4 a.m. and was like, hey, I just had a dream and I just wanted to call you and tell you that I don't hate you. I don't have bad blood towards you or anything like that.
Let's talk about the women.
By the way, this also popped up, Chad. So it appears that Diddy's relationship were all like kind of interlapped. You know, it's not like he ever was only with one woman. He's always had side chicks and like, you know, other random girls that I guess were for freak-off purposes. And apparently, yeah, you know, now people, after seeing what happened to Cassie, there's a couple of people who are speaking up and they're speaking out for a woman who they felt never got justice. They're speaking out for Kim Porter, which is, you know, one of the women who mothered some of Diddy's kids. One person in particular who's speaking out is this person here, and they came out with Let me see what they said. I gotta go all the way back. All the way back. Damn, they've been tweeting a lot today. Okay, they said this Diddy thing is not a surprise, but it makes me remember the horrible way he treated my friend Kim Porter, and how I've always silently held him responsible for her young death. Rest in peace, Kim. They then said, let me just get to the thread. Diddy was a motherfucker. You would not even begin to believe the way he treated Kim Porter, and ironically, Cassie back then allowed herself to be used to disrespect Kim in her own home. Cassie let herself be flaunted in Kim's face, laughed at Diddy beating Kim, and it was awful. Then she says, I feel bad for Cassie getting beat up like that. But I still remember Cassie allowed herself to be racially used against Kim Porter as Diddy humiliated, beat and repeat Kim for years. Y'all have always hated me for talking real about these men, but they deserve it. Then she says, what y'all seen in that video of Diddy beating Cassie was nothing. We'll never forget the time he tried to make Kim Porter lick Cassie's tampon. Always using Kim's race as a put down. You guys don't know the half of what women go through with famous and powerful men. Be they actors. No, it says, well, be they rappers, be they Bin Laden, be they actors. Y'all have no idea. And you always demonize the women. She answered to someone else saying, Are you saying racially because Kim is darker? They're both black American women. English isn't my first language either. But are you victim blaming Cassie what both women endured at the hands of Puffy? You heard Kim's story firsthand. You didn't hear Cassie's. She says Diddy berated Kim Porter for her coloring. She propped up Cassie as superior, not because of her not being dark-skinned or looking black. What part do you Americans not understand? No one's putting down Cassie's abuse or suffering. Jesus. Yeah, this is kind of crazy. Diddy forcing a chick to lick a tampon? That just seems rather wild. Like, almost like damn near unbelievable. But after seeing some of this stuff that you've even seen on this video, you probably can't even put it out of the realm of outside the realm of possibility. So, okay, let's break this up now because I can't with y'all. Honestly, I don't give a fuck what y'all think. She says, I only met Kim Porter once at a charity event. We had dinner, but we chatted on the phone a few times. I believe everything Kim told me. I've never forgotten. One time she was crying on the phone because she loved him so much and couldn't bring herself to leave him. It says, oh, shit. I publicly accused Diddy of all this. I accused Diddy of all this publicly 15 years ago, but y'all hate me for being African and for being Bin Laden's sex slave. So every time I try to tell you something about our lives in New York City, Hollywood, and Miami, you claim I'm lying. I never lied.
Because obviously, like, of course, we know you said it was definitely you and Cassie, but were there others?
He's always told me that it was just only us two, but I don't believe him because I always catch him like texting other girls and stuff like that. So like after my abortion, it was this girl named Jordan. I mean, it was girls before that, but it's like after the abortion, it was just like too much for me to handle, and it was just like Jordan, and then the Jocelyn girl, and then the cat girl, and then just recently Lori Harvey,
Steve Harvey's stepdaughter.
Yeah. We was here in Atlanta for Super Bowl. He invited me to come, and I did, and we were staying at this house he rented out, and we were having parties the whole weekend, and she had came over, and I noticed that they were gone for like a long time, and I was like looking everywhere for them, asking like everyone, if they seen him, and everyone just told him no. But then like I remember like I like turned around and I saw him, and then I looked this way and then I saw her. Like they reappeared together. I mean, separately, but like reappeared at the same time. Because I was looking for her too. At the same time, I was looking for him because I suspected that he like snuck away with her. And now she's like at family functions, and like he invites her to his events and stuff in Miami, and they was just in Virginia not too long ago.
Wow. Now, I know you had mentioned there was pictures of girls that you found, like naked photos of girls and stuff, like while you guys were together.
Mm-hmm. Like his nanny or whatever, her name was like Nikki. I saw like her sending him pictures of her vagina to his phone, and I asked him, and he was like, well, what do you expect? You're fucking with a rock star. Like that's what he would say to me.
A rock star.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Or superstar, whatever he said.
What about like of any other of the women that you just named?
Oh, and on my birthday, he had shown me a picture of me and him, the first pic that we ever took, and I was like, you should save that as your screensaver. So he was like, I don't know how. So I was trying to show him, and I saved the picture to his photo album on his phone, and then I clicked on the photo album to like set it as a screensaver, and I saw a picture of him and Lori, like the same exact pose.
What do you mean?
I mean, the same exact pose that he took with me.
Okay.
And he did the same with Lori.
Were they clothed or not?
No.
They weren't clothed?
No.
Lori Harvey?
I mean, I didn't see the whole body. I just seen like up here, up,
okay.
Like from her chest and up.
And did you ever have any problems with Lori?
No, I don't have any problems with her.
Or any of the other women? Because I know you said Cassie was, of course, very respectful, but she still wanted you to step back.
Yeah, no, I mean, it makes me angry a little bit, but I know that it's not their fault. So I don't have any, I'm not angry with them.
Wow. Now, I kind of hate to bring this up, but if Diddy is messing with Lori, wasn't his son Justin messing with Lori as well?
I'm not sure what their relationship was, but I know that Justin was trying to talk to her when we were here at Super Bowl.
Wow. So does his family know about you? Have you met his family? Have you lived in the houses? Because I know he has a few houses and things like that. So.
No, I never lived in his house, but yeah, I know his whole entire family.
Okay. And so the family knew about you and Cassie at the same time?
Yes.
Okay. Now, did you ever, I guess, feel any sort of anger towards Cassie?
Mm-mm.
Never?
I mean, I felt like a little jealous, like wishing that I could do the things that she get to do with him.
Damn. This sounds sad. And by the way, just to be clear, like, you know, I'll defend any man's right to have multiple chicks if he's being honest and he's, you know, they're with the program. Because let's be honest, these chicks are with Diddy because he's a billionaire. They don't mind sharing. Don't look like he's telling them that they're the only one. I'll defend that. I won't defend the mistreatment and the maltreatment of the women, or, you know, you beating their ass, or, you know, I mean, you forcing them to do things that clearly they didn't want to do. Damn. It's still sad all around though.
Like,
and what did you ever talk to? Did you ever talk to Diddy about that?
Yeah.
And what did he say?
He don't care. I just had to play my position.
What type of did he ever talk to you about him and Cassie's relationship?
No, he always spoke highly of Cassie.
Did Cassie know about your pregnancies? Do you think? No.
No one knew until now.
Okay. So the video is out. Everyone obviously knows by watching this interview that you did upload the videos out of spite to actually prove that you and Diddy had a relationship. So when you did come forward, there was actually receipts. How did Diddy react to you uploading the videos, being that you guys weren't on speaking terms?
We actually watched this part already. I'm just trying to like watch this interview a little bit just to see if anything that kind of like maybe pieces together with the stuff we've seen so far.
Like left me to go meet up with Cassie. So he kind of just left me there for like for like half the day. And I was like, how are you gonna leave me when you want me to do this thing tomorrow? And he was just like obviously making excuses why he had to go.
And this was just last year.
So because he left on Sunday, I was like, I'm not doing this tomorrow. Like, I need some time to think. And so I told him that. I was like, I need time to think about it some more. Like, I'm not comfortable. And he was like, well, then you can get out my house. Like, you're just being mean to me. He was like, I did this and this and this for you, and now you're not gonna, you told me you was gonna do it, and now you're not doing it anymore. Like, you could get out my house.
Wow, that's a lot to go through. I just couldn't imagine being like forced to get rid of a child, you know, especially if I'm under the impression that I made this child out of love. Like,
and not only that, when I had the second abortion, I had to go home like I had to go home 2 days later because he had to go on a trip to Burning Man.
To Burning Man?
To Burning Man, which is in Nevada. It's like a festival in the desert.
Okay.
So I had to go through that, and then he went to Burning Man, and he just left me like fucked up. He didn't because you don't have service in Burning Man because it's just a desert. So I couldn't get a hold of him, or like he can't, or his texts weren't coming through. But like I was just at home by myself, just fucked up in my head, and he didn't even care. Like, if it was me, I mean, it was like if he had to do something traumatic like that for me, like I wouldn't just leave him and go on a trip.
Mm-hmm. Anything could have happened to you, and you couldn't get in contact with him.
Yeah, I did that, and then he goes and leave me.
Besides the first time where you said it was like at Meek's party and he grabbed your hair and stuff like that, like, can you name a few more instances?
The other time was he had caught me texting another man. We was in Miami, and it got really crazy that time. We was upstairs, and he had like, we were in his closet, and he like pushed me, and I fell to the ground, and then he like stood over me. So I was like laying on my back, and he stood over me, and he started like punching me like this. Like, he avoided my face, but he like started punching me like on the side of my head, and I was just like covering my face. And he did that, and then after he got done doing that, he like, because he was standing, his legs were like in between me, so he like stomped on my stomach like really hard, and I like took the wind out of my breath. I couldn't breathe, and he kept hitting me, and I was like pleading to him, like, can you stop? I can't breathe. And he like stopped for a little bit. He like grabbed my hair from the back and like was like punching the back of my head, because he was just avoiding my face when he was like hitting me.
Wow.
The next big fight we got into was I can't remember if it was like in November or beginning of December of last year. At that point I was like fighting back because I just had enough of his shit, and he kept like pushing my buttons, and I was just like trying to like calm the situation down before it got worse, and he just kept pushing me, and then so I left his bedroom and I went down to like the meditation room.
Okay, we see.
It's kind of like
Public with Cassie.
Mm-hmm.
And according to you actually met him when
pick that we ever took, and I was like,
trying to fix it. Why do you think he was trying to fix it?
fix.
Like, I guess fix the publicity that was surrounding the videos and
Up on Instagram. I blocked his number, so he was just hitting me up on Instagram saying like, I miss you, call me. So finally, I relapsed, and because I was missing him too, and so I reached out to him. I texted him like, hey, and we were talking like, hey, how are you, type of stuff, and then it like the conversation went left, like it always does. It went left, and he was like, you're so disrespectful, like you don't know what you did, like I've been helping you so many years, you and your daughter, and that's how you treat me. And he like not once mentioned or acknowledged anything that he's done to me. And it's like, I just had enough. Like, I don't know, it just angered me what he was saying. And I was like, you need to be held accountable for your actions, because I'm not the first and maybe not the last person that you're going to do this to. Everyone else had let you or allowed you to just get away with it, including me. Mm-hmm. And you need to be held accountable for your actions. And maybe, hopefully, this will prevent him from doing it again to another woman. And I know that, and another reason why I want to do this interview, because I know that there's plenty of girls out there who are young and naive and didn't know no better like me. And that's what old rich men prey on and try to manipulate them and abuse them. And whoever's watching this, I hope like it opens up your eyes to the real truth. Like, yeah, he could say he loves you and this and that, but if he's putting his hands on you, that's not love.
Did you ever, I guess, call the police or never?
No, because, I mean, I was scared.
Did he ever threaten you? Like, if you were to say something?
Not that I could think of right now, no.
Okay.
I think he just knew that I wouldn't.
So explain, because I know a lot of viewers are going to be asking, because obviously the video is a totally different story. They were under the impression that everything was all good between you and Diddy. Mm-hmm. And then when I got the call that, no, this was something that you intentionally did. Mm-hmm. And I just kind of want you to explain why you uploaded the videos of you and Diddy making out. And now everyone's under the impression that you guys are like this new couple, but this has actually been history. Like, I mean, this is history between you two.
I did it out of spite because during the whole relationship, he made me feel like he loved me so much, and like he made me feel like we had like a special friendship and all that stuff. And like, but like no one thinks that. Like, I would get hate messages all the time, like from like fake pages, and I was just sick of it, and I was sick of him.
Hate messages? What would they say?
Like,
so obviously there were some people that knew about you guys, but just not the public.
Yeah.
Okay. So what were some of those messages that you would get? Like
stop messing with him. Like, you know, he's with so and so, and you know he's texting so and so. He's liking so and so's pictures. You think he cares about you? No, because he's talking to plenty of other girls. Like, I would just always get those kind of messages.
How do you feel now getting this out right now?
I feel good. I feel like I said it, you know, because I kept it all in to myself. I had friends to talk to, and I would tell them, but I feel like they never really understood me. And I mean, they're from Nebraska, so they don't know. Mm-hmm. So I kept it to myself a lot, and it was driving me crazy. And now saying it, I feel freer, more liberated.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah.
Now, are you under any sort of therapy right now?
No, but I do want to start to talk to a therapist.
I ain't gonna lie, this is kind of sad, very, very sad. We'll look into the Kim Porter stuff in a little bit. By the way, I don't think I fully pulled up like Diddy's speech from that. Did I play it? Unless my memory's like fucking with me. Oh.
Another man. We was in Miami.
Okay, we played that already. Did I play the speech that Diddy had, and Diddy was just like, yo, listen, man. Shout out to Cassie for holding me down in my darkest moments. And now niggas is like, yo, bro, yeah, she held you down, but you were beating her ass. Where is the thing at? Where is it at? Right here.
I got to give a special thank you to the people that was really like there for me. Bishop T.D. Jakes.
Pastor.
My chief of staff, Christina Coram. KK. Lorianne Gibson, keeping me free. Yeah, and also Cassie for holding me down in the dark times. Love.
I wonder why he calls it the dark times.
New surveillance.
Has Christina Coram ever spoken about anything? We keep hearing that name. Everybody keeps saying that she knows all the secrets. The woman behind Diddy. They claim she's the Ghislaine Maxwell of this whole shit. How come we never heard no more about her?
Sean Diddy Combs has a tight inner circle, including his right-hand woman, Christina Coram. So who is she and why is she named in a lawsuit by a former producer for Combs? Thanks for joining me for Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. When Rodney Little Rod Jones filed that lawsuit as well in Combs' eyes, no attorney is listed for Christina Coram on the federal court's website. Coram's now deleted LinkedIn account has said that she joined Bad Boy Entertainment back in 2013 and became Combs' day-to-day manager, later becoming director for the officer of the chairman. And the chairman, of course, is Diddy. She was promoted to Diddy's chief of staff back in 2020, and she's very important to him. Combs has even written about her on social media. Meet Christina Coram, chief of staff at Combs Enterprises. Christina, a.k.a. KK, keeps everything in my life.
I think we watched this before, I believe. All right. What's this? This was made 10 months ago, before any of this happened. Let me see how good this is.
Kim Porter passed away in 2018 tragically from pneumonia.
I've been holding a lot lately. Puff Daddy is the king of deception.
Kim also had video footage of Usher and Diddy getting it on.
Jill probably told all that in her book.
Kim was not found unresponsive in bed. She was discovered on the bathroom floor. If they found her in bed, then she was strategically placed there.
There was actually blood located on Kim's pillowcase.
Everyone believes that Kim Porter was unalived for knowing too much. She saw the worst side of P. Diddy and allegedly had evidence to use against him. But Kim wasn't ever able to expose him because she mysteriously died at her home. So let's get into it. P. Diddy is one of the scariest celebrities out here. Every time I talk about him, I get a little bit worried because everyone who's crossed him has died, and that includes his ex-lover, Kim Porter. Kim was involved in Diddy's life for a very long time, and she saw a lot, but she unfortunately died at the age of 47 on November 15th, 2018. She supposedly died of pneumonia, but that doesn't really make sense for someone who's young and healthy and just found dead at home. There is a lot of mystery surrounding her death because we didn't understand how she died until 2 months after, where they announced that she had pneumonia, which
Wait, hold on. This seems like a better title. Swamp Stories cover this?
Children. But by all accounts, Melvin and his wife did a great job sheltering.
Yo, why they say surviving Diddy? Exposing all the murders, 8 bodies. What the fuck? Diddy got 8 bodies?
Bring their kids from the chaos to campus in D.C. Takes a few minutes to...
Because Big them hit.
Buffy called and said, was that us?
In L.A.
His life was in.
That's because in his eyes, he saved...
I think it was like 03. There was a young woman. She's a lawyer, or at least she was. She used to be an entertainment lawyer. I hope I won't be putting her in danger while she was working at Bad Boy, because she was one of the lead counsels for Bad Boy Entertainment. She witnessed something. She witnessed something that was disturbing to her. But what was really disturbing to her was the conversation that she had with Diddy after. See, Christopher Williams, I don't know, I guess he wanted to sign. I don't know what happened. But Puff was supposed to be giving him a demo deal, and he gave him a demo deal, and I guess it was supposed to turn into an album deal, which that never happened. But this young woman walked in to get approval on some paperwork. See? And when she walked in, the door wasn't locked, so she didn't think twice about just walking in. And when she walked in, she saw Christopher Williams on Puff. And I just don't know. He was like, it's power, see?
Of course, this is all rumors and speculation, so we'll leave it at that and move on to the next generation of bad boy. The next generation would be led by Southern rappers Young Jock and 8 Ball and MJG, both of which would go gold instantly, and the genius of Diddy was on display once again. And finally, with these two, there was no rupture between Diddy and his artists. However, just because things went smoothly with them does not mean that was the case with everyone else. So now we focus on another facet of his life. We enter the chapter of relationship abuse and drama of Diddy. So here is where things get really dark and scary. It all began in 1994 when Diddy got in a relationship with Kim Porter. When they first met, Kim was married to a singer named Al B. Sure, and they shared a son named Quincy. Well, once the relationship with Al B. Sure fell apart, Kim got together with Diddy and they had children of their own. Diddy also adopted her son Quincy, and everything looked like peaches and cream from the outside looking in. But internally, the relationship was on and off for years and rocky to say the least. In fact, the people around them say that Diddy was manipulative, controlling, and abusive towards Kim. Apparently, the relationship was terrible, but they stayed together for the sake of the kids. However, enough was enough and the couple officially went their separate ways in the early 2000s. In any bad relationship, separating is always the healthiest thing to do. Diddy moved on to new relationships and so did Kim. Kind of. During their separation, Diddy's controlling instincts could not hold back. As we now know, when something is out of his control, he absolutely freaks out. Even though he moved on to other women, he could not handle Kim seeing other men. And this is when the Diddy relationship mania truly starts. According to Bad Boy artist Mark Curry, Diddy began tapping her phone to know who she was talking to and where she was.
Anytime a man would go out his way to wiretap someone's phone or put taps in their homes just to monitor their conversation, that's a sign of insanity. He know everything she doing.
As Diddy allegedly overheard all of her conversations, he was bound to hear something that he didn't like. That day would come and it would definitely not be pretty. While listening to her conversations, he overheard her flirting with a man named Shakir Stewart. For those who are unfamiliar, Shakir was a respected lawyer turned record label executive, and at this particular time, he was the head of A&R for LA Reid's LaFace Records. Well, when Diddy overheard his relations with Kim, he allegedly went ballistic. According to lawsuits, Diddy was so mad that he tracked them down and even assaulted them. First, he targeted Shakir Stewart himself.
That made him so mad at Shakir Stewart when he went to LA Reid party, hit him with the chair.
This is bad, but not even the worst part about it. Allegedly, he also broke Kim Porter's nose.
Speaking of Kim Porter, because you knew Kim Porter, is it true that Diddy broke her nose?
Bust her nose, man. So when you see someone doing that, you can imagine everything else they do. They try to make it seem like she slipped and fell. She slipped and fell and broke her nose. Nah, the truth was she slipped and fell and landed on his fist.
If this is true, then that's just flat out terrible. And to make matters worse, it's said that Diddy had a deep hatred for Shakir Stewart even after all of this. Now, I can't prove anything, but something very strange would occur in 2008. On November 1st, 2008, Shakir Stewart was found inside of his Georgia home. According to his friends and family, Shakir was acting paranoid and unusual in the days before his passing.
Every time he called me, he was like real melancholy, subdued.
He was in a kind of state of paranoia. He was indicating that he was being pursued. He was looking out the windows. He was indicating that he was being pursued. He was looking out the windows.
The situation is very mysterious, but I'll leave it up to you guys to determine what you want. Well, now we veer off into another Diddy relationship. In 2005, Diddy found his next bad boy protege. This would be a singer out of New Jersey by the name of Cassie Ventura. Diddy's genius revealed itself once again as Cassie was a success right off the bat. In 2006, she released hit songs Me and You and Long Way to Go and instantly became a household name. But Diddy saw more in her than just music. In fact, he really wanted to date her. So in 2007, a 38-year-old Diddy and a 20-year-old Cassie entered a relationship. The sweethearts of the industry. In front of the cameras, everything looked glamorous. But behind closed doors, things were worse than you can imagine. According to Cassie, this is when her life became a living hell. First, she claims that Diddy was physically violent. Of course, this is horrible, but the next part is even crazier. She claims that Diddy forced her into relations with other men all while he watched. What the actual... Well, by 2012, Cassie had enough and decided to take a break from the relationship. As we know from the Kim Porter experience, this could only mean trouble. After leaving Diddy, Cassie began talking to superstar rapper Kid Cudi. And if you know anything about Cudi, you know that he's probably the chillest guy you could ever meet. Regardless, Diddy's jealousy and control issues ran rampant once again. According to Cassie, Diddy threatened Cudi and said that he would blow his car up. And what do you know, not too long after this, Cudi's car was set to flames in his driveway. How I know this? Well, Cudi actually confirmed it himself. But the jealousy does not end here. Obviously, Kid Cudi and Cassie did not last and they both moved on. Regardless, Diddy was still all up in her business, allegedly tracking her every move. And that leads us to an even crazier story. It's about the year 2012 and here we are in the beautiful Washington, D.C. We're here because Cassie has a studio session with up-and-coming rapper Wale. And before the session, Wale warns his entourage not to stare at Cassie. This is because he knows that Diddy is absolutely nuts for her.
Wale been telling us, like, before we even get to the studio with him and Cassie in the studio, Wale was already telling us, like, man, we better go to the studio with Cassie. Man, Diddy be acting crazy over her. Diddy don't want nobody working around her, so y'all make sure y'all don't look at her too wild or make her feel uncomfortable. Or if you see her security guards with her, just prepping us on how crazy Diddy act over her. Like any guys that's around her in her vicinity, while Diddy not around, he kirks off, he goes off.
So the DC guys make sure to be as respectful as possible because Diddy could walk in the studio at any moment. And of course, Wale makes sure to keep everything professional.
Her and Wale doing what they do in the studio, but they helping each other. It's just professional, y'all.
Man, we all watched and witnessed in 4K what Diddy has done, bro. There's no more trying to defend it or anything. Diddy is cooked. He's done. It's over with. Man, I was never one of the ones to try and defend Diddy, but I will say this. I did think a point in time was gonna come where like Diddy just disappears and he repops back up and people might still hate him, but it won't be as bad. It's completely done now. Cause now that this came out, there's gonna be more and more and more stuff that comes out. And they said Diddy paid $50K for like the footage not to come out or anything. Diddy's done. He knows he's done too. Like there's nothing else to be said. Like the thing is, like with cases and stuff, like it's usually a he say she say thing until like when 4K proof comes out and you see Diddy running out, like someone's gonna make this into an animated skit. He probably ran, there was probably two dudes in the room. He probably ran out from a freak off, high off, we don't know what. And you feel me? Cassie was trying to get out of there quick. She didn't even put her shoes on. And we see what happened, bro. I don't know what's next. I really don't know what to say what's next for Diddy, bro. I don't even know if I feel bad for Diddy. But like, man, all this stuff, it's just crazy, bro. At this point, it's just crazy and it's sad. And man, you can't really feel bad for Diddy because he did it to himself, bro. Like, I seen a comment and someone said, damn, they trying to go so hard at Diddy. Like, look how they target him so hard. Like, bro, when video proof like this comes out, bro, what are you talking about? They're targeting him. He did it to himself. If you never did these things, this would have never happened. And like that, it gets me so hot, bro. Like, cause I like before, bro. Like, I don't want any of this stuff to be true, but it's happened. It's life. Like sometimes it's like with an artist, like you don't want certain things to be true, but stuff just happens. Like, and the crazy thing is, like Jay-Z's been MIA, and people keep bringing Jay-Z up. I swear, like now that other people are seeing how stuff is going with Diddy, bro, the whole industry, like, take color out of it. Black, white, Hispanic, probably Asian too. All that. They were probably all like, all the higher ups are probably all doing the same stuff that Diddy's doing. But they're looking at this right now, and I promise you, the people who they know have the proof, they're all getting paid off right now. Every single one of them. NDA is getting paid off. All that stuff. Who knows? They might be getting. I'm not saying that people might hire hitmen, but hey, Diddy probably in this is probably gonna lose from now until the rest of his life, probably over $1 billion in profit that he just lost off this case. From now into the future, he probably lost over adding $1 billion extra dollars. He probably lost that, probably more than that easily. Like, think of that. For that much money, yes, someone might get clapped. So people might be getting clapped over these situations. We don't know. But hey, man, I don't want to seem like a conspiracy theorist and go too deep in. But let me know how you guys feel about everything. Who else do we feel like is a part of all of this? You feel me? It's so crazy, bro. That Cat Williams interview really started off the beginning, like how the year was gonna go. He said all the lies are gonna, you feel me, are gonna like fold wherever he said, and the truth is gonna come to light. All the truths are coming to light, bro. All of it. But you feel me? Man, it's crazy, bro. Let me know how you guys feel about everything, though. It's your boy Big Act News. I'm sorry, Cassie, that this happened to you. I'm not even gonna joke or say any jokes about Cassie. I hope that she's doing good mentally, physically. We don't know what, like, all the stuff that she said in the lawsuit, it has to be true. She got paid 2 days after it. 2 days. Probably $30+ million. And look what's still happening. It still happened to him. He should have paid her before that. He should have never made those documents or even make it to court. He should just paid her, or you feel me, did what he has to do. But man, bro, I don't even know anymore. It's your boy Big Act News. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It's crazy out here, man.